Hey everyone, this is Erin from Jupiter Rising Tarot, and I will be pulling a card from my Work Your Light deck in a little bit. But first, I wanted to talk a little bit about something that's important to me. It's been popping up, and I feel like I'm being called to talk about it. Sometimes, in this business of mine, energetically, I get these signs from different places and from different mediums, and in this case, I feel like there is enough. Like, for example, I came across a TikTok of a woman who had what was very clearly an autoimmune reaction to a pharmaceutical intervention. And, it was something that was controlled before and now is out of her control. And she feels really horrible and is struggling. And she comes out on TikTok, and I know how brave that was for her. And then I was watching Virgin River, which is one of my favorite shows, and one of the minor characters is about to be is diagnosed pretty much with lupus, which is another autoimmune disease. And I suffer and struggle with autoimmune disease as well. And as of last year, I was able to combat 2 emerging autoimmune diseases on top of the original one I was diagnosed with. And so it was radical diet changes for me, but I'm still struggling with my original autoimmune disease. And so I know how horrible it can feel when your body changes and feels like it's out of control, because it is, right? Your hair starts to get thin and fall out. In some cases, your eyesight starts to go. Your skin turns bright red and you get rashes for no reason. And you may all of a sudden struggle from terrible eczema all over your body. And sometimes you gain a lot of weight, and nothing you do changes that. And sometimes you lose a lot of weight, and that also is beyond your control. And what autoimmune disease does is it makes you feel terrible about yourself. It works on your mind, it works on your body, and it can really affect our soul, our energy, right? And it's really upsetting because we feel so isolated with these autoimmune diseases. So many doctors, in fact, most doctors really don't have a clear understanding of autoimmune disease, and so many autoimmune diseases have yet to be discovered, and they don't really know what root causes there are. And they're seeing hormones and gut health and sugar and all. Like, there are so many possible things that can help manage and even possibly cure autoimmune disease. But in so many cases, it gets so out of control so quickly, and it's so messed up. Diagnoses are so messed up. It really is a struggle for anyone who's struggling with this. And it is isolating because you just feel so alone. As I've gone through my own autoimmune journey, there were days, weeks where I wouldn't leave my house. That's how much I couldn't face going outside, because my autoimmune disease radically changed how I looked. And nothing worked. Nothing felt better. And instead, people can be real shitty, right? They look at you because they can't help it. And you know that. You know that intellectually. You know that people can't help but look at you. But your heart breaks over and over again, and you don't have any control. And there are so many assumptions that are made about you when people just judge how you look. And not all autoimmune diseases like that. Some are a little sneakier than others, but a lot of autoimmune manifests in very obvious ways. And people can be really shitty in general. And it's really difficult. So I wanted to come on here tonight, and I was going to do a 3-card choose your card, but again, I wasn't energetically feeling it. I'm feeling a lot of struggle myself as I am on my own autoimmune journey, and just it is exhausting to keep it going because you just want to be normal, and you can't be normal. And normal changes for you when you have autoimmune disease. So I just wanted to come on here, and if you have an autoimmune disease, you're not alone. I know how hard it is. I know how hard it can be. I know that for those of you, this journey, some of you, this journey has been one of the worst experiences of your life. But I also want you to know that you're not alone in it. And if you come across this video and you are struggling with autoimmune, please just feel free to comment or send me an email through my website, jupiterrisingtarot.com. There's a contact sheet if you just want to touch base and say, hey, I'm struggling too. Autoimmune disease can affect everything about your life, not just your body. It really does affect your emotions and, how you feel on a spiritual level. And it can cause so much discord in your life. And I just want you to know that you're not alone. And if you ever need to talk or want to figure out another way on your path to healing, I'm here. And I'm sure that there are a lot of other people here too. So please just comment. Anyone who comments under here, I'm offering a free card pull with the Work Your Light Oracle by Rebecca Campbell, because I think that for those of us struggling with autoimmune, we struggle with our light because it just dampens our light so significantly. Right? But it doesn't have to be that way, okay? And I am going to pull this card. And this card pull is just as much for me as anybody else who comes across this video. So let's see what we got. Trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? So first of all, what I love about this card is there's these 3 women. And 3 is really important to me, right? 3 is strong and it's strength, okay? So the message aside, the picture itself is one of like family, sisterhood, brotherhood, a bond that is super important, right? And so this is a reminder that you are not alone, okay? And trust your niggle. If you know that something's wrong with your body, if you know that this is not normal for you, then I recommend you trust that niggle and evaluate, really assess your system, and don't be afraid to insist. If this is a physical ailment or an emotional one, go to your doctor, find one that will listen to you. Fight for yourself, advocate for yourself, okay? Trust yourself. Okay, that is what this card is. Your body is telling you something's wrong, and I don't care what anybody says, you're not crazy. All right? And again, if you suffer from autoimmune and you are struggling, please feel free to comment under this so that you know that you're not alone in this, and I will pull a card for you from the Work Your Light Oracle deck, because I think that, maybe a lot of us are struggling right now. And don't forget how beautiful you are and how wonderful you are. It's hard. I know it's hard. And if it's hard and you're overwhelmed, please reach out. Take care, everybody.